Hello, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. We are dealing with some of the same lighting problems as last time, but we shall push through. I'm also trying to experiment with different setups. The screen will be over here, and so I'm trying to see, like, should I be here? Anyways, so many people have recommended the, hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, Yummy Bear Ultimate Guide to TXT. I'm pretty sure this is the right video. Hopefully it is. An update on the last video, I did not end up going to the concert. I was pretty devastated. I crashed out in the last video. Problem is, by the time I would have been able to have a car in order to go, it would have been too late because it took a couple hours to get to the concert. And even if I did rush to get there, I would still have to spend money on the tickets. And the tickets weren't even that bad either. Like, they were only like 60 bucks. That's insane. That was such a good price. At least I think. Is that how it always is for K-pop? Hopefully I'll catch them next year though. I really hope I do. So as of the day I'm filming this, it is October 6th. I don't know if you guys can tell from the posters and stuff on the wall. I'm a pretty big Taylor Swift fan, but I've been into K-pop for the last couple of weeks. And K-pop has spoiled me so much. Or I feel like that should be the standard though, like when I actually think about it. Because tell me why, when I got this CD in the mail, why I was fully expecting photo cards or stickers or something. Like I opened it and I'm like, where's the photo cards? I'm like, wait, Quinn, wait, this isn't K-pop. Which is funny because I've only been into K-pop for like a couple of weeks. I shouldn't be that used to it to where I'm expecting an American artist to have it. Which sucks. Like, we only get like a booklet. American artists need to step up their game, I feel like. K-pop has spoiled me and I'm not willing to go back, okay? Also, my energy has just been really wacky lately. If my eyes look weird, that is because I just woke up like half an hour ago. And so my eyes are still a little puffy. If I look tired, it's because I am, but I have energy. Not compared to last time when my energy was like lower than it usually is. I was a little under the weather in the last video, but I'm back now. We're back. Did you miss us? Because we missed you. Please tell me someone gets that reference. Okay, let's start. It looks like there's a introduction video and then there's the ultimate guide. I'll just do the ultimate guide. My hair is not hairing. The sunglasses are making a cameo again. I feel like the sunglasses makes it so much better. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. It makes me feel better and it's out of my face. I feel like this is too far down. Is that better? I feel like that's better. Okay, we're gonna start. Alrighty, I'm so excited. Hopefully this one does not get copyright protected because this is somebody else's video. I know YouTube has come out with new regulations for using other people's content in your content. I just really hope that this one does not get copyright protected. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that this works, that it's not gonna get flagged because my last video got flagged for copyright on one performance, but it didn't do it on any of the other performances, so I had to go in and re-edit the video and re-upload it, which took a couple hours. So that's why it took so long to get back out to you guys. But just know that if this video took a long time to get up, it's most likely because I ran into copyright issues. Hopefully I'm able to use this. Oh, that was cool! Whoa! Whoa! Wait! That is cool. Wow. Boys of Gen Z capturing the voice of Gen Z youth around the world. Yeah, okay, so it makes sense that they're in the same generation as me because my generation is almost in like their mid-20s right now. But it's hard to realize that these people who are so successful are in the same generation as me. Make sure to turn on captions. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to do that for my last video so I could read the translation of the lyrics. I should have been doing that all along. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay.
TXT are a 5-member boy group.
Wouldn't it be technically who is TXT and not who are TXT? I don't know. I'm not good at grammar.
From South Korea, who debuted March 4th, 2019 under Big Hit Entertainment.
Oh,
the group's full name, Tomorrow by Together, refers to the dream of these 5 boys. Subin, Yeonjun, Bongyu, Tae.
I was saying his name wrong. Is this how their names are pronounced?
Refers to the dream of these 5 boys. Subin, Yeonjun,
Yeonjun. Oh, I think I was saying his name correct. Yeonjun.
Bongyu.
I was saying his name wrong.
Bongyu, Taehyun, and Hyunin Kai. Who have come together.
Oh, so is his name Hyunin Kai and not Kai? Or does he go by Kai short? Maybe it will.
They're under one dream in hopes of building a new tomorrow. While each member of TXT naturally has their own strengths, all 5 were trained as vocalists, dancers, and rappers, leading Big Hit to make the natural decision to debut the group without fixed positions, with the exception of Subin as the leader.
I wouldn't have pegged him as the leader. Wow.
When fixed roles were the norm in K-pop, TXT stood out as one of the first ever groups to break from this tradition, a pioneering move that helped popularize the new generation's trend of positionless groups. Often being described as K-pop's it boys, and celebrated as one of the industry's global leaders, Tomorrow by Together's musical storytelling, diverse discography, and incredible performances have cemented their place as one of the leading K-pop acts of today, a standing they've earned through a journey marked by challenges, perseverance, and growth.
Aww.
TXT's debut in March 2019 was much anticipated, with them being the first group to debut under Big Hit Entertainment after the most successful act in K-pop history, BTS.
Oh, that must have
Just
been
a
a
note
lot.
before we continue. After a process of acquisition and rebranding in 2021, TXT now falls under Big Hit Music, a subsidiary of Hybe Corporations.
Okay.
This simply means TXT are now under the same company as groups like ENHYPEN.
Let me pause. Oh, so I actually didn't know that there was like these labels under a big label. Interesting. Do they all work in the same building? Like, do they pass each other on the way to work? Oh, but also under BTS, man. Just hearing that, if they debuted like right after BTS was like, you know, like really reaching the heights. I know who BTS is. I knew who BTS was because they took over the world, you know? To like debut like that must have been a lot of pressure. They probably got compared. That
17
sucks.
and others. But they, along with BTS and soloist Ihyun, remain as the only artists under
Okay, so
the label of Big Hit Music.
Oh, okay.
Since November 2018, when Big Hit announced their plans to debut a brand new boy group, anticipation and expectations for the debut of BTS's little brothers grew significantly. Cut to March 4th, 2019, the debut of Tomorrow by Together.
They look so
TXT's
happy.
anticipated debut song, Crown, reached an impressive 15.1
I haven't listened to that one yet. I've got to listen to it.
15.1 million views within its first 24 hours,
Okay.
setting the record for the most viewed fourth-gen boy group music video in the first day. TXT's debut EP, The Dream Chapter Star, performed equally well, peaking at #1 on both Korea's Circle album chart. The EP also debuted at 140 on the Billboard 200,
Not bad.
making TXT the fastest K-pop group to chart on the Billboard 200.
That's cool.
While these numbers might suggest that TXT's career started at an ultimate high, that is not entirely the reality.
Yeah, I'm thinking the process to be able to debut was probably really intense. I don't know how it is over there, but I'm assuming because it's Korea, like I can't even imagine probably what they went through in order to get these kind of roles.
TXT's first comeback had to be delayed several times due to the members' ongoing health issues.
Yeah.
While this might not appear to be a big deal, the K-pop industry is fast-paced and highly competitive.
Yeah, if you don't debut, then
so
you could lose
extended
it.
delays between releases can make it incredibly challenging to maintain momentum and relevance within the industry,
Yeah.
especially for a rookie group like TXT.
That must
During
have
this
been
break
hard.
period, it was clear that the members were worried that their fans would leave them.
Aw.
And while some fans did stay, unfortunately, the members' worries became a reality,
No!
as many fans who were tired of waiting for a comeback withdrew their support.
이번
That's so
앨범이
sad.
통장 매직이잖아요. 이름이 굉장히 잘 정해진 것 같다고 생각을 했어요. 컴백이 딱 2번 정도 밀렸을 때 굉장히 큰일 났다고 생각을 했거든요. 사실 속으로 굉장히 많이 불안하기도 했고 나중에 또 안 오면 어떡하지 생각을 많이 했는데 마법같이도 돌아와 주셔서 너무 감사합니다.
When TXT were finally able to make a comeback, their fan base started to grow again.
Yay.
However, this momentum would not last long, as a few months later, the COVID-19 pandemic placed distance
Oh.
between TXT and their fans once again.
That sucks. They just hit obstacle after obstacle. I would think because I remember during COVID, BTS skyrocketed, at least where I grew up, in 2020. Well, it probably set them back. I think it probably, I don't know, because COVID was really bad and also really good for a lot of people, depending on what industry you were in and how you connected with people.
While support for TXT actually grew during this time,
That's what I was
the
thinking.
pandemic's effects were felt by the members who began to experience the same worries that they had during their debut period hiatus.
This sucks. I would assume they went through a lot of crap to train. And then to constantly have this is like, if you lost your fan base, you lost your career, right? Can you re-debut? I don't know. I don't know really much about this industry, but this
On top of
sucks.
that, they had to delay critical industry experiences like touring, which left them feeling unsatisfied and isolated once again.
무대하려고 좀 응원받고 사랑받으려고 가수를 하는 건데 그거를 내가 못 받고 있으니까 좀 괴리감이 들더라고요. 저는 지금 있는 팬분들이 저를 안 진솔하게 잘
They are getting a bunch of love and support now, right? I hope. They are pretty big, right? I have no idea. Hopefully they are, because this sucks. This just sucks.
So while TXT's career may have started at an ultimate high, it was soon clouded by a sequence of uncertainty and doubt. Thankfully, these clouds have now parted, and TXT continues to reach new highs. However, the one thing that has perhaps impacted TXT's journey the most continues to this day. And that is the pressure and hate they got, and continue to get, for...
That's what I was saying. It'd be one thing if you're comparing them to a group like I did. Like for me, I compared TXT to Stray Kids and Enhypen, which I shouldn't have done. I'm sorry about that. I compared it because I was comparing it against something that I knew. So I was able to get a feel for how do I like these groups that are different from this other group that I like? And do I like how they're different from this other group? Do I like that? Or am I wanting to stay away from groups who are not like this? Just kind of getting a feel. But this, comparing them to the biggest, I'm pretty sure BTS is the biggest, right? Let me search it up real quick. Yeah, it mentions Blackpink as well. I don't know, I'm not totally knowledgeable, but all I know is that BTS was big and is still big. I mean, I'm not into BTS, I just know their most popular songs because how could you not? Unless you've been living under a rock. It's like if I wanted to compare this little start out girl group to Blackpink. I don't even know Blackpink, but I know enough to not compare it to the height that Blackpink is. Expecting this small group, the logic of comparing them to the biggest group. When I was comparing, I assumed that TXT was already big and on the same level as Enhypen. But if you're comparing something that's way up here to somebody that's just starting out, it's like comparing somebody who's done glass blowing or something for 10 years and comparing them to somebody who just started out. They don't have the total experience of actually being in the trade for 10 years. I would compare them to some other groups to see what's the difference between them, what do I like. But comparing them to the biggest boy group, K-pop group of that time, that's insane. No. Is this they called them privileged? Of course they're K-pop idols. They probably get nicer places to stay if they're touring and stuff like that. I don't think they're privileged at all. If you look, am I wrong? Are they? I'm assuming the label gets a lot of the money. Even if they do get a lot of money, stuff that they probably had to go through still doesn't mean they're privileged. This is just making me upset.
그게 진짜로 너무 불안하기도 하고.
Yeah, I bet it was a lot of pressure.
부담이었어요, 사실. 저희 정말 방탄소년 선배님과 저희 빅히트 엔터테인먼트가 큰 날개를 달아준 게 사실이니까 그에 대해서 뭔가 아직 명백하게 증명한 게 없다 보니까 불안했는데.
What sucks is that I think they did prove themselves. I feel like if they weren't under the same thing as BTS, they would have been praised and they would be like, wow, you're doing so good. But because they're compared to somebody so big.
저희를 데뷔 때부터 사실 사람들이 가질 수 있는 편견이 많을 수 있는 그룹이라고 저희 생각했고 그리고
방탄 다음 나온 팀이니까
저희도 인정하는 부분이고 근데 형들과 회사가 달아준 날개를 견디기 위해서는
As the biggest K-pop act in history, the narrative of BTS's extraordinary
biggest K-pop act in history. Okay.
Yeah. From humble beginnings to international stardom has unavoidably cast a long shadow
and BTS
over
came
any
from
future groups associated
small.
with their agency. However, none
How
have
do you
faced as
expect
much
these people
scrutiny and
to-
pressure as TXT, who were not only the first group to emerge from this legacy, but also the only other group directly under big hit music. What many people don't know is that upon being accepted into Big Hit, the TXT members were completely unaware of the advantageous position and subsequent pressure they would experience debuting under the heavy title of BTS's little brothers. Yeonjun, who was the first member of TXT,
Why didn't they? Were they just really focused on their career and they didn't really notice how big BTS was getting? I highly doubt that. I mean, you're under the same label. I think you would know. Or maybe they didn't know the toxicity. It's easy to expect people to actually be nice.
to join Big Hit,
You
joined the
expect
company in
people to just be
2014,
mean.
the year after BTS's debut, at a time when the company was still facing
Wait.
2014. Yeonjun, who was the first member of TXT to join Big Hit, joined the company in
2014. He trained for that long.
2014, the year after BTS's debut.
I'm
At a
upset.
time when the company was still facing bankruptcy, while Bongyu, the last member to join Big Hit, joined the company in 2016 before BTS even won their first grand prize.
So they weren't even like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like formed as like a cash grab, I feel like, because I feel like a lot of American societies like that, like, oh, let's form this real quick so we can get some more money. They were already planned on forming.
All 5 members of TXT took a chance on a relatively small company, completely unaware of the future success of their seniors and how
Oh, okay.
this might consequently influence their own idol.
I mean, I think they would know later, obviously, because it would be everywhere, but not knowing that that's what it would become.
The members often speak of their time at Big Hit before it became the large-scale company it is today.
사람들이 이제 투모로우바이투게더 하면 방탄소년단, BTS의 동생. 항상 사람들이 비교를 우리랑 하니까. 그러면서 이제 많은 사람들이 쟤네들은 돈
Yeah, that's what I was saying at the start of this video. I don't think it was a good system at all.
이렇게 좋은 이렇게 시스템에서 일을 시작했겠네라고 하지만 나는 옆에서 봤던 사람 입장에서는 그렇지 않았고. 그래서 8-8을 아는 이 하이브의 아티스트들은 너네랑 우리밖에 없고.
맞아요.
이 빅히트의 성장의 서사 너희들이 다 알고 있겠지. 연습생 생활을 그때부터 했으니까. 야, 물에 사이다를 타먹던 시절이 있었다고?
네. 그러니까 저 있을
물에다가
텐데
사이다를 왜 타먹는 거야?
아니 제가 그때는 좀 사비로 계산을 했어요.
회사 법카나 뭐 이런 게
혹시
아니라?
그때는 저희가 사비로 밥을 먹었어야 되는 상황인데 이제 사이다를 하나 시켜. 그래서 뭐 돈을 아끼려고.
That's just sad. If you're under like a smaller company, was this at the time that BTS was big, or was this at the time when BTS was still starting out? I think BTS has always been big, right? But they reached new levels of big. Were they being paid while they were training? I would assume so. I would assume while they're training to be TXT, they're getting paid, but it's not that much, obviously. If they're under this small thing and they're taking a chance on this company and they're being paid a very little amount, and you're just really hoping that it works out, I could see how they could like save money and why that would be alright if the company doesn't have that much money to give them. But if this is when they were making a lot of money off BTS and they were still not paying them well or not giving them meals, no, that's not okay. But if this is when they were still small, I think, I feel like this is like a gray area.
좀 타먹으면 맛이 똑같아.
돈 아끼려고? 그때는 그게 없어? 장부가 없었나?
좀 지나고 나서야 있었는데
하루에 시켜 먹을 수 있는 음식
$4.15, that would have been back in...
값이 6천 원이었나? 그때 그래서 좀 제한이 많았어. 그래서
내가 들은 것 중에 제일 싸.
How do you expect to even eat? You gotta have 3 meals a day for the price of like half of one meal.
그땐 안 그랬는데 눈 떠보니 대기업 같아.
추울 땐 고름에 버섯 비어 있으니까.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Their conditions that they were in probably weren't good, right? Because I would assume like in order to train to become these kind of idols, you'd have to really go through some stuff.
처음에 그거 스펀지 집爆인 줄 알았다고. 이게 청소하는 건 줄 알았어.
멤버들.
My video cut off again. Now everything's like orange. I'm sorry.
진짜 7일 때부터 다 왔잖아요. 아기 때부터. 정말 물새는 연습실에서 다 같이 이 추운 겨울날 온풍이 하나 의지하면서 자고.
This is so sad. And the thing is, like, before I even went into this is what I already assumed. Unfortunately, industries exploit people, and that freaking sucks. Why do people think it's okay to treat humans this way? What upsets me the most is that I clocked this before I even really started it. Hopefully, like, I would assume this isn't still happening. If it is, I mean, I'd appreciate them as a group, but I don't know if I'd listen to them anymore, because by listening to them, it gives money to the company that's treating them that way. I would have to put in my own research. With the way I'm feeling right now, I don't think that they are still being treated that way, and I think a lot of new people coming in probably are not treated that way, but it still doesn't decide the fact that they were treated this way. Of course, this is a different country, you know, where they were training. But like the fact that this goes on no matter what country you're in, who in their mind thinks it's actively okay to treat people that way? And then you make money off them and then think like, do you ever like go to sleep at night and like not think like, wow, I shouldn't be doing this? I don't understand. Yeah, it's just... Look at how freaking young they were. You're gonna tell me somebody looked at these kids, made these decisions, and think it's okay. They were so young.
공연을 하고 멤버들한테 너무 자랑스럽고 고맙다고
Not only that,
얘기하고 싶고요.
they not only went through all that just to get criticism later.
Because of the pressure and the intense trainee period spent together, the members have formed a close brotherhood. which is evident in their interactions and sibling-like dynamic.
That's what I thought. In the first video, I mentioned that I felt like their relationship between each other was really different from other groups because I felt like they were a lot closer to each other. They almost felt like they were like conversing between like family.
하다가도 누구 하나 아프면은 연락 5명이서 다 각방쯤에서 다 오고 다 힘들 때는 진짜 누구보다 제일 잘 챙겨주고 가족이 되는 그
멤버들을 수식할 만한 표현은 없는 것 같아요. 친구라고 하기에는 그 이상의 것이 있고
It's like family.
직장
Yeah.
동료라고
I felt like
하기에도
they were
더
like
이상의
family.
것이 있고 가족이라고 하기에는 피가 섞였고 소중하죠. 못 바꾸죠. 눈에 넣어도 안 아프죠.
다음 생에도 추가차 할 거지? 우리 멤버들 5명이 그대로 모이면은 저는 추가차 할래요.
Despite their amazing talent and hard work, TXT continues to face ongoing prejudice from the fiercely competitive and often toxic world of K-pop fandoms, with many still using TXT's debut privilege as a S. And while there is no denying that TXT debuted at a privileged position,
Yeah, they did debut at a privileged position, but that doesn't mean like that. You get what I mean? Like that's what I'm
reducing
saying.
the entirety of the group's success over the past 5 years to privilege unfairly downplays their hard work,
Yeah.
journey, and talent. This perspective also fails
I just think because of BTS, it's even harder. I think it's the complete opposite. Because they debuted as the BTS little brothers, whatever, to even live up to something like that. Like,
recognize the immense expectations
Yeah.
and pressure uniquely placed upon TXT,
Yeah,
which has
on them
significantly
and not
skewed
anybody
how
else.
their progress and talent are measured compared to their peers. Despite these challenges, TXT have consistently risen above them, transforming criticism into motivation and proving that their success is built on a foundation far deeper than privilege alone. In an era where many K-pop groups struggle to find concurrent popularity in both international and domestic markets, TXT has distinguished themselves as one of the few K-pop acts managing to achieve significant and balanced success in both. As TXT continue to top charts, set trends, and break records, their achievements both at home and abroad underscore their status as a powerhouse in the industry and solidify their place among K-pop's most successful acts. The members credit all these achievements to their biggest driving force, their fan base MOA, which stands for Moments of Alwaysness.
alwaysness? Is that a word? I don't know if it is a word. I kind of want it not to be a word because then that looks cool.
MOA also means to gather in Korean, as the members in MOA are gathering together to complete one dream. When turned on its side, MOA also becomes the number 304, which represents March 4th, TXT's debut date.
That's pretty cool.
TXT are constantly expressing their sincere love and appreciation for MOA. As the members say, they are the only ones who truly understand and acknowledge their journey and hard work.
사실 모아분들 아니면은 아무것도 아니라고 생각을 해요. 이런 위치 진짜 우리 팬분들께서 만들어주신 거라고 생각을 해요. 저한텐 멤버들도 있고 음악도 있고 여러 가지가 있지만 대신에 그건 확실해요. 결국에 저희를 완성시키는 거는 팬분들이다. 이 퍼즐 조각이 딱 완벽하게 들어맞는 거는 결국 팬분들이 없으면 있을 수 없다라고 생각하기 때문에 투모로우바이투게더 이름을 가치 있게 만들어주는 거는 무조건 모아드리기 때문에
아이고.
Ultimately, through TXT's hard work, talent, and ability to live up to expectations, they have proved themselves and created a distinguishable and unique image that separates them from their senior label associates. What can be said for sure is TXT are certainly a force to be reckoned with in this ever-growing and evolving K-pop scene, as they strive to create a better tomorrow together.
Discography. Okay.
TXT is constantly praised for their standout discography. Standout not only in terms of the quality of their title tracks and B-sides, but also stand out in their dedication to unique and meaningful concepts and sounds that artistically set them apart from other K-pop groups. To use the words of prominent Korean music critic Kim Young-dae, in a business rife with all kinds of exaggerated concepts and universes, TXT doesn't follow the traditional K-pop formula, yet they have managed to become the most anticipated group of the next generation. TXT's trainee period focused predominantly on hip-hop. In fact, for majority of their trainee period, the members were under the impression they'd be debuting with a hip-hop concept. However, since their debut, they have cultivated an incredibly diverse discography.
Nice. I like artists that really go everywhere in their discography, which is why I love Taylor Swift so much. If you're into one genre, you do you, girl. But I also want to see them explore different genres and see what they sound like in different genres. So I like that
genre,
they did
style,
that.
and concept.
Okay, so here's Crown, which I have not listened to. Runaway is actually the one I listened to, unknowingly. I thought it was Crown. It was not, it was this one. Okay, this is when they were being compared to BTS. If I'm looking at this right now, immediately when I see that right now, I'm thinking, wow, this is cool. I listened to this one. This one's actually one of my favorites, like my top 3. This one. It's so good. I listened to that one in the last video. I've got a lot of people telling me to listen to this one as well. I have not listened to Sugar Rush Ride. Yeah, it looks good. That looks interesting. I've heard that one before. I've heard. This one actually, this is the one that I did not really vibe with at first, and now it's one of my favorites. I love Over the Moon. That's what happens sometimes with me. Ah! Over the stars. Yes, I love it.
Despite their sonic variety, TXT's discography stands out as one of the most cohesive and thoughtful in the industry, with each release conceptually and narratively linked through the idea of youth.
What happens when they're no longer youthful? Are they going to change their... I don't know.
TXT's case, youth is not simply a fixed conceptual backdrop for their music and image. Instead, it serves as a dynamic, evolving lens that transforms their discography from merely a collection of songs into a real-life coming-of-age story. Since their debut, TXT have firmly established themselves as narrators of youth, with each release being organized into a series of albums known as chapters that explore the evolving emotions and experiences shaping their ongoing narrative of growing up. For a more in-depth understanding of TXT's discography and how it has earned TXT the nickname of the Storytelling Idols, we've created a site that provides summaries of TXT's album chapters, along with song analysis, additional context, and accurate lyric videos.
I did hear a lot of people say that they have a lot of lore and that there's a lot of backstory to all this stuff, so I am excited to get into this and learn about what everything behind the songs and the performances.
Translations. This is linked in the description below. Unlike with their senior label mates, Big Hit has a clear and controlled vision for the narrative of TXT's discography, which has meant that in order to creatively contribute to their music, TXT has to compete with seasoned writers and producers from around the world.
Are they producing themselves?
Following different comebacks, the members have often told stories.
Okay, so it doesn't look like all of them, but they still do some of them. Holy crap. I'm getting different answers. But I'm seeing a video right here of him
from around the world.
On
Following
mixing.
different comebacks, the members have often told stories of how songs they have written have been temporarily dismissed by the company because they did not fit within the musical narrative of that chapter.
So release a separate thing. Can they do that?
While many might be disheartened by this, TXT are encouraged by Big Hit to keep these songs to one side for either their solo mixtapes or until they fit within the narrative of their group albums.
Well, that answer. I keep pausing and saying stuff right before I get my answer.
For TXT's discography, there are still several TXT songs that are written by the members, which ensures that the coming-of-age story they are telling is reflective of their authentic voices and experiences. Only 7 months after debut, the youngest member, Kai, set the record for being the youngest idol to be registered under the Korean Music Copyright Association after he helped write the song Roller Coaster for their first studio album. 6 months later, TXT became the youngest idol group to have all members as registered songwriters.
Wow.
With 77 songs in their official discography,
I'm really into like songwriting and lyricism. Also another reason I like Miss Swift over there. I really appreciate people who write their own songs and really take credit for their own songs and stuff like that and aren't just singing songs that were written by somebody else because they're a pop singer. This just makes me like really like them a lot more because that's what I value because I myself am a songwriter. We're not getting too much information. It says they're credited as songwriters, not that they wrote the whole songs. I would assume that they wrote some songs, but they also had other people in it as well, so they're only credited.
TXT's writing and composing credits as of January 2025 are Taehyun with 28, Yeonjun with 33, Bongyu with 13, along with 3 producing credits, Subin with 15, and finally Hyuning Kai with 21, along with 2 producing credits. Along with the lyrical storyline that runs through their albums, TXT has an additional storyline known as the Star Seekers, which is a fictional universe that runs through many of their music videos. While the themes of their music center around the real-life experiences of growing up, the Star Seekers adds a layer of magic and fantasy, creating a more fantastical parallel to the grounded themes of their discography-based storyline. Along with music videos, the Star Seekers also includes a short animation film and webtoon.
They didn't do the high note. They seem really cool. Subin. 2000. So he's like 25. So this is the leader, right? I didn't clock him as the leader, man.
Subin's dream of becoming an idol.
I had to take a little bit of a filming break, but I just realized that my camera is cropping. Why is it doing that? Let's continue, shall we?
Was inspired by the second-generation group Kara, who he became a fan of in middle school. So, unlike the other TXT members who were all street cast, Subin applied directly to Big Hit, hoping that one day he would be able to debut and meet Kara. It said the agency would call successful applicants within 1 to 2 weeks. However, Subin did not hear back for several months. When he did finally hear back from Big Hit, Subin questioned them about why it took so long. They replied saying that he had written his number wrong on the application, so they had spent the past few months trying to find his correct number. During this phone call, the casting manager asked Subin to come in and audition in person later that week. But due to the short notice, Subin felt extremely nervous and underprepared, which led him to forget the lyrics and choreography during his audition. However, thankfully Big Hit saw his potential and accepted him as a trainee, where he trained for 3 years before debuting as the leader of Tomorrow by Together, achieving far more than he had originally dreamed of when his idol journey began.
That's cool. Spoilers of what? What are we spoiling?
Despite being tall, which can often make people look awkward and stiff when dancing, Subin has great control over his body and is able to utilize his long limbs to enhance, rather than hinder, his movements.
I can see how he's moving differently
rather than hinder his
than Yeonjun because of his height. He moves differently than all of them, but in such a way that it makes him look like he's not moving differently. That's cool.
Subin has a truly versatile vocal tone, but is particularly known for his clear and controlled falsetto, which contrasts strongly with his lower register, earning him the nickname of the 4th Gen Falsetto King.
Yeah, I noticed that when he was singing. He's able to do it in like a lower. Wow, that's cool. Because I haven't really heard that. He has a really nice little setup. I like how he transitions between like. My brain isn't working right now. I can't bring up the names of what it's called. He moves through it very smoothly. I like that. He does that so amazing. He's so good. He's going into, I want to say it's chest voice, but I feel like that's wrong. Why is my brain not bringing up the correct term? Yeah. This overlay is used to avoid potentially being blocked due to copyright reasons. Can I do that? If I have problems, I think I might try that. I don't know anybody else who sings like this guy, except for Heesung. And I love how Heesung sings. And it's reminding me a lot of him. Like when he's singing loose and he sings in sort of that falsetto, Subin sounds like he's singing that way as well. It sounds very beautiful. Also, Heesung's is more of like, I don't know what you would call it, raspy. It has more air in it. He has a little bit of air in his, but he sounds clear. Yeah, he's really good at this, man. He sounds so good.
Despite
clear,
all 5 members of TXT
without
training as
sounding
rappers
like
during their
raspy.
hip-hop focused trainee period and debuting without set positions as a result, they don't incorporate a lot of rap into their music. However, a rap section.
Okay, right back into it. My card ran out of storage, so I had to export it to my computer and get it onto my hard drive.
Will still be included for each member for those that are interested in what rap the members have been able to showcase so far.
Far. Okay. This is what I've been wanting to know. I've been wanting to know their personalities. I've tried watching interviews and stuff, but I feel like I haven't really like fully, like at least the personalities they show the camera, right? Because we all know there's celebrities act different around their family and friends versus what they decide to show the public so that they can keep their stuff private. But yeah, I'm curious as to what they show the public.
저희 응원해주신 팬분들이 너무 많아서
Aw, he was so happy.
그럼요. 이래서 제가 리더 아닙니까?
Many are often surprised to hear that Subin is the leader of TXT.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought it would be like this guy, Yeonjun. I think I know all the members now. Wait. I think it literally just clicked. Wait, okay. Subin, Yeonjun, Hyun Kai. There we go. Taehyun, Banggu. I'm so happy. I struggled with this so hard. I don't know why. And it's not just K-pop. Like I had a problem with Cat's Eye and NSYNC. NSYNC is mostly American, right? The only person I can recognize in NSYNC is Justin Timberlake because he's Justin Timberlake. All the others I have such a hard time like differentiating each member. I can't believe this. I actually got it. I'm so happy. I know all their names and faces now.
His soft, quieter personality and style of leadership differs from a lot of other K-pop leaders out there. In fact, Subin himself was surprised when he was unanimously voted as the leader by his members and all company staff. So much so that he questioned them about why. They replied saying he seemed like a
Yeah, he seems very caring and kind.
Caring and supportive leader who would wait for his members to get back on their feet after they fall and continue on with them, rather than just thoughtlessly pulling them along.
혼자 있으면 뻘쭘한 사실 이렇게 막 돌아다니지도 못하고 그래서 저희한테도 뭐 속상하다 이런 얘기를 안 했는데 속상할 거예요. 앉아만 있는데 무안하니까.
저희 팀의 리더인데요. 좀 다른 팀의 리더들과는 약간의 재질이 다른 느낌이에요. 뭐랄까
Yeah.
서포트형 리더라고.
That's what I was thinking. He seems like that.
되게 좋은
Just from like the energy I've been getting from him just from watching the videos.
하지 않고 네 명의 성격을 모두 고려해서 저희가 가장 최대한의 역량을 내뿜을 수 있도록 도와주는 서포트형 리더라고 생각해서 아주 리더십이 아주 투철한 형이라고 생각.
저희 팀에 적합한 저희만을 위한 좀 리더라고 생각을 하고 정말로 이런 리더가 없다고 생각하거든요.
나이가 어린데 리더 역할을 어른스럽게 하는 것 같아서 너무 좋아. 항상 다른 사람을 배려해주는 행동이 너무 멋있고.
Oh, it's gonna make me cry.
모아들 지켜줘서 너무 고마워.
And I know, like, even if you say kind words to somebody, even if they hear it all the time, it can still make them emotional. But all the stuff they've gone through, and then hearing that from somebody, that's gonna make me cry. Oh my gosh.
멤버들 그리고 모아들 지켜줘서.
I think he's like, I did not clock him to be the leader, but like now that I think about it, it does make sense. Oh.
Moa have nicknamed Subin our home, as his warm, nurturing presence creates a safe and comforting environment that embodies the feeling of being at home.
이제 외국인 팬분들이 저를 수빈을 줄여서 숲이라고 이제 수에다가 비읍 받침을 써서 부르는데 숲이 그거 같다는 거예요. 집 같다는 거예요. 숲. 그게 너무 표현이 너무 귀여운 거예요. 숲을 이제 our home, our house 이렇게 저를 칭하는 게 너무 귀엽더라고요.
쿠키 받으실 분 손 드세요. 이거 다 받았네. 우리 수빈이 형한테 고생했던 박수.
Aw, he gave him cookies.
진짜 수빈이 형이 오늘 출근하기 전까지 쿠키 굽다 왔어.
That is so cute. Oh my gosh. Imagine getting cookies from your favorite idol or just any idol. If I walked past an idol on the street that I did not know, but they're like, hey, I'm an idol, and I baked a cookie for you, I'd be like, you're my favorite now. That's so nice. He cares so much.
정성이다. 성상가득 쿠키.
누나가
아.
그때까지 대여하면서 같이 이제 만들어 주셨어요. 조금 이제 투박할 수 있지만 맛있게 먹어주세요.
Oh no, I bet they're perfect. They're amazing, I bet. Ah, my package arrived. Ah! So the rest of my stuff from my Taylor Swift order has arrived. Should I unbox these on camera? So this is actually a signed CD and a cassette. I'll unbox them later because we're in the middle of something.
그래서 가수나 팬 밖에서 받은 사랑을 되돌려드리고 싶습니다.
항상
That is
여러분들의
insane.
저희 팬인
He is so
만큼
kind.
저희만큼은 여러분들의
영화 끝나고 딱 숙소 왔을 때 이제 기분이 너무 안 좋은 거예요. 둘이서 이렇게 재밌게 노는 시간이 여기 들어와서 뭐 할래? 항상 이러거든요. 근데 그걸 물어볼 사람도 없고 이제 되게 고마워했어요. Soothing our home, we love you so much. I love you too.
That's an interesting way to make a heart. I've never tried that way before. This is why I love groups. Like, I'm just now getting into groups, and this is why I love seeing them so much in like their chaotic states. It reminds me of my family and me and my brother just being around friends and just being chaotic and fun.
원래 제가 사람 많으면은 약간 제가 알레르기가 있어요. 사람 10명이나 모이면은 이제 말이 없어지고 좀 표정이 좀 굳어가면서 이제 좀 사람이 아니게 되는데 오늘 한 몇백 명을 만나면서 그냥 오늘 약간 인간이길 포기한 날이긴 했어.
인터뷰 했어? 또 수빈이 형 가만히 있었겠네.
야, 감자 전분, 옥수수 분분, 고구마 전분. 감자 전분이랑 옥수수가 제일 메이저하지 않나? 그러면 그냥 감자 하죠, 감자.
Only introvert in TXT, his introversion is probably the most obvious and stereotypical. especially when placed in comparison to his members.
And he's just the quiet kid. You're so noisy. This reminds me of being around a bunch of theater kids because I'm really into theater, but like, you guys can't see, but I have a bunch of theater posters up here and a signed playbill of Hamilton. I've got my Hadestown poster. I've actually got one of the other playbills here because I just saw Leslie Odom. If you know, you know. You know how big of a deal that is. They remind me of like a bunch of like when theater kids get together. I'm really like introverted, especially in social situations, but I've been getting better. But when I'm put around theater kids and we're all like that, it's like I finally feel like I'm able to like not be introverted anymore. And this feels like the group of theater kids I would be around. Like when you meet theater kids, this is what they're like. And that makes me so happy seeing that.
Although Subin is typically quieter and more reserved than his members, there are many instances where he gets equally, if not more, loud and chaotic.
The little spurts, yeah. You have the little spurts of extroversion, and then you regret it later. I can definitely relate to that.
우리 수빈이 형 그래 알았어 다음에 내가 일부러라도 져줄게. 그러니까 그때는 꼭 캡처 찍어가지고 형이 꼭 이겼다고 자랑해. 그때는 내가 졌다고. 너 지금 비디오 나온 것 같은데 내가 말한 거는 너가 패배한 거를 인정한 다음에 나한테 사과를 했다고 하는 거야. 너가 패배한 거 인정하고 사과를 하라고. 둘이 만나고 그냥 자기가 이긴 거 같고 자기가 인정하고 웃을 되니까 말이 진짜 더럽게 많다 그쵸?
Scares easily. So some people have said like the personalities they show the camera are most likely not the personalities they actually have like themselves, and that's their persona that they have when they're doing interviews. I will take this with a grain of salt because we don't know for sure whether it's real or not. I would like to believe it's real, but also I know I'm not gonna go down the parasocial path. I do want to like see videos of them and see like their personalities because I feel like I can pick out stuff from Enhypen when they're doing stuff for the camera and then when they're just being themselves. But who knows really? Like we actually don't know. We don't know because we're not in their group, right? So we don't know how they actually are. Seeing these little things. Yeah, so like stuff like this. If he's on lives and he scares easily, that obviously would be something that you do know about him because if you're seeing it on live, stuff like that, yeah. So that stuff like that I could understand.
피지컬 게임이네요. 깜짝이야. 리액션 미쳤다.
He kind of just like.
놀라. 시간이 왔습니다. 오, 와, 깜짝이야. 와, 나 이거 와. 아니 티셔츠에 비친 프린트가 봤는데 누가 슛하고 있는 거야. 귀신인 줄 알았네.
This guy cracks me up. No, he's not built for it. I can already tell. Nope, just walk right back out. Yeah. Don't. I wouldn't do that. No. No, that's a big no-no to a haunted house. No. It's starting to get really dark again. So.
닉네임이 빅히트의
Unfiltered.
닉네임이 빅히트의 노예예요. 어떤 이런 일이? 저희도요.
I don't understand what happened there. Oh.
연준 뚱뚱해. 저랑 뚱뚱해요. 연준이 형 몸무게 저랑 비슷해요. 여러분, 연준 형이 뚱뚱한 거면은.
I can already feel it coming. Yeah, this is some of the people in my friend group. Just before he even said that, I'm like, I already know it's coming. And he even was like, hey, just stop. Stop right there. That's what I do to some of my friends. Like, you can tell that they're about to say something. It's like, hey, we're not doing this today. Yeah, clock him. Yeah.
최근에도 껌질동 회식을 한번.
껌질동 회식 너무 재밌었는데 저 안 불렀어요.
널 왜 불러? 우리
bro. Oh my gosh.
너의 항문에 치아가 나면은 외과 항문에 치아가 나면은 치과를 갈래 외과를 갈래?
Why is he having this conversation? This is literally my friend group. If my friend group saw this video, they'd be like, pick out who each person is and relate it to the people in our friend group. It's so similar.
근데 아니 유독 그렇다니까. 알죠 알죠 근데.
왜 말하고 있어요?
여기 나왔으니까 궁금해하시는 것 같아요.
It's like they mentioned it. Oh, he's a fanboy. Okay.
어떻게 알아요?
아 그래요?
애니메이션 어떤 애니메이션?
영지 애니메이션 봐?
아니요 안 봐요.
방탄소년단의 최애는 진이다. 실제로 스케줄이 겹쳤던 날 진이 수빈의 어깨를 만지고 인사하자 진의 손이 닿았던 곳을 얼어만지고 틀어맞고
I can relate to that, bro.
글로만 보면 너무 약간 저를 변태같이 언제가 이러면서 저 여기 여기다 여기다 사실을 기반으로 썼어.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite artist? Your guys' favorite artist? Other. Love you, Subin. Love you guys all. Okay.
Aww. He gets so excited. I mean, does he understand? Like, I've seen some idols and some celebrities say, like, oh, you don't have to get this way around me. Like, you don't have to, like, be, like, oh, so nervous around me. Like, have you met someone that you look up to? It's not about, like, I mean, look at Subin. Like, that's how we all act. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be, like, he's probably embarrassed.
Subin's well-known status as a fanboy, along with his authentic reactions and enthusiasm, make him the ideal host for his variety show, Your Fave's Fave.
Ah,
In
he's
each
on.
episode, Subin invites a guest from the Korean entertainment industry to share their love for their personal favorite thing through a passion-filled presentation. While Subin is known
I
for
wanna
being
watch
a
that.
fanboy, he is equally known for having attracted a collection of fans of his own.
어떤 느낌이냐면 표정이 너무 순수해서 제가 막 이렇게 확 맑아지는 느낌이라고 해야 되나?
그 전에 떨리는 첫 솔로 데뷔 에이핑크 김남주 씨 만나보겠습니다. 너무 귀여워.
귀여워서 미안해 챌린지란 게 있다고. 누구지? 나 수빈이 거 맞나? 아 잘하더라 수빈이. 이거 어떻게 하냐 이거를.
Aww.
저는 수빈 씨를 뮤뱅에서만 화면에서보다 직접 가까이서 보니까 눈웃음이 웃지 마요. 눈이 딱 작아지는.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I've seen some videos of people meeting some of these people, and I'm like, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Do not put me in the same room as them. I mean, I'd be okay going to a concert and seeing them from far away, but I wouldn't be able to handle it up close. If one of them smiles at me, I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
정재 씨는 왜 이렇게 좋아해요? 왜 이렇게 좋아해요? 아까부터 입을 쭉 벌리고 보기만 해도 좋은. 아 그렇죠.
투바투 우리 수빈 씨
최근에 또 촬영하셨잖아요.
제가 최근에 수빈 씨랑 촬영을 한 번 했는데 너무 괜찮은 거야.
네, 사람이.
같이
There's a lot of clouds out today, so it's getting really dark. It should be able to lighten up in a bit. Sorry for the dark image.
일하던 친구들이 다 약간 눈이 파랗거든요.
맞아요.
Aw, that's so
그
kind.
사람이 순수하고 젠틀하고
괜찮고.
네 재밌고 근데 성실함이 있고
맞아요.
딱 그 분의 포인트는 그 성실함이 딱 있더라고요. 몸 안에.
Aww. My face is gonna hurt. My face is hurting from smiling.
연준.
What is your
Yeonjun
story,
trained
man?
the longest out of the TXT members. Prior to his 4-year
Okay.
trainee period at Big Hit, Yeonjun was a trainee at Cube Entertainment, However, he eventually moved companies after being scouted by Big Hit on 2 separate occasions. The first time he was scouted, he received a message on social media asking him whether he would audition for Big Hit. Later on, he was also approached on the subway by a Big Hit casting agent who gave him her business card. Yeonjun was fascinated that 2 different people from Big Hit had reached out to cast him, so he decided to audition and was accepted into Big Hit's trainee program. After being accepted into Big Hit, Yeonjun earned himself the nickname Big Hit's legendary trainee, because throughout his entire 4-year trainee period at the company, during his monthly evaluations, he always placed first in every category.
Like, my very first video of ever seeing them dance or even seeing their faces for the first time, like, I clocked it immediately. I'm like, this guy owns the room. He's amazing. He's an amazing dancer. I mean, they all are, but he stood out to me so much.
Vocals and rap. Yeonjun is an incredibly skillful and passionate dancer, which is evident whenever he performs.
Yeah.
The most prominent strength of Yeonjun's dance is that it has no weaknesses.
Get it, yeah. Have him and Nikki ever danced together? I would love to see that. That would be so good. Yeah. Which just makes me upset that, like, when I first started listening and watching their music, the choreography wasn't hitting me, because the ones I chose, and plus it was like, just like, the ones I chose weren't totally hitting me, because I really, like, my preference is performative. Like, I know some people say that choreography is intense, it's just more laid back on visuals. I just personally prefer more performative. Like stuff like this. I really like this.
Yeonjun is well known throughout the industry for his commitment and flawless execution of a variety of K-pop dances and challenges, showcasing the breadth of his dance talent outside of TXT's choreography.
Yeah, I bet.
Beyond his talent in executing and adding unique character to structured choreography, Yeonjun also excels at freestyle dancing. The extent of Yeonjun's dance ability continues into choreographing, as he has also contributed to creating some of TXT's dances. Yeonjun has a very distinct vocal color that adds a unique flavor to TXT's music.
I realized that as well. This is why I really started paying attention to Yeonjun, because immediately from when I first heard their music, I clocked him. His voice and his dancing. But before I clocked his dancing, I clocked his voice. And I was like, who is this guy? Little did I know, all the parts that I really loved in all their songs, he was singing. And I do remember some of you guys said that he's coming out with his own thing, which I'm super excited for. So good. He dances good and he sings good. Wow. Those jeans are interesting that he's wearing. Yeah. He has a lot of control. That's really cool that he's able to do that.
With a handful of exceptions, he is also credited for writing majority of his rap verses. In September 2024, Yeonjun released his highly anticipated solo mixtape titled Gum, becoming the first member of TXT to release a solo project. Given his wide range of talents, many were eager to see
Okay, my battery keeps running out of battery. I think we're gonna have to do this in 2 parts, especially because this is gonna be such a long video, and long videos take so much time to upload onto YouTube, and then problems happen in the process, and then I have to start the whole video over again. So might as well just put it into 2 parts, right? I'm gonna go to the rest of Yeonjun, and then we're gonna stop before Bongyu. That will be the second half of the video. And that's my dog right there. So she's moving around, just know that that's her.
Through his bold vision, Yeonjun surprised listeners by choosing a concept completely different from anything TXT had done before.
Yeah,
Gum
I would do the
was
same.
entirely Yeonjun's creation, with him contributing to every aspect, including the writing, choreography, creative direction,
King.
and styling.
Yes!
And as his first solo song, it served as a personal statement, revealing who he is as an artist beyond TXT.
Yeah, clap
Gum
that,
exceeded
man.
expectations, setting new records and solidifying Yeonjun's status as a successful and versatile artist, both within and outside of TXT.
Yo, what up, moi? Yo, what up?
He sounds like a really
연준이가
chaotic
왔습니다.
person, in a good way.
자, 연주하면 생각나는 거.
나이가 많아요.
1999년도 멤버들 중 유일한 90년대 출생.
Dang! Unk!
저는 둥지만 맞죠. 놀 때는 진짜 저희랑 완전 재밌게 놀고, 근데 또 해야 될 때는 잡아주는 연준이.
Yeah, he's the oldest, right? Yeah.
마리를 키운다던데요. 네, 맞습니다. 비글 쓰고
비글!
연준이가요. 저의 귀여운 비글 4마리입니다.
그래서 좀 맨날 엄마한테 엄마 나 오늘 한 명만 더 낳아주면 안 돼? 맨날 이랬거든요. 심심하고 외롭다고. 근데 뭐
Was he an only child?
저희 뭐 친정분 4명 있으니까 좋아요. 오히려 안 심심해요. 심심한 게 아니라 시끄러워요. 장난이에요. 재밌어요.
Basically like the mom, the dad group.
하나의 방식인 것 같아요.
Yeonjun definitely pays a lot of attention
Yeah,
to
I've
his
seen
style.
that.
Right. He doesn't limit his choices.
Oh, shorts and boots, jump scare.
매일마다 새로운 옷을 입고 나와요.
저 최근에는 치마도 입었습니다.
I mean, slay, King. Why not?
Over the years, Yeonjun's love of fashion has opened doors to various opportunities within the industry, culminating in significant milestones. His debut breakthrough occurred in 2021 when he modeled at New York Fashion Week for the brand Olkin and collaborated with them to create his own collection called Run Up. In the following year, Yeonjun was announced as the brand ambassador and guest creative director for the streetwear brand Privé Alliance. Then, in 2023, TXT made headlines when they were chosen as Dior's first group global ambassadors. Last year, Yeonjun continued to solidify his presence in the fashion industry by being selected as a global ambassador for the luxury Italian fashion house Moncler.
I would assume so. He seems like the dad of
그냥
the
내는 거
group.
자체가 그렇게 재미있는 거예요?
그 냈을 때 싸늘해지는 그 느낌이 너무 좋아갖고 그래서 약간 희열이 막 와갖고 네, 그게 좋았습니다. 내 표정 썩어 들어가는 게 너무 좋았어요. 저 팔개가 정육점에서 하는 말은
정육점에서 하는 말.
뭐야? 저 팔게요.
진짜 못 들어주겠다.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
나랑 스위치하자.
아니야.
아니, 야, 내가 든다고.
제가 스위치나 해.
안 그래?
아 진짜 감 다 잃었네.
근데
산타. 산타가 문 닫으면 산타 클로즈.
형이 되게 투박하게 만든다.
스마트랑 그런 거. 이런 거 읽지 마요. 이름이 뭐예요? 뭐야? 비밀이.
Don't.
한쪽은 진냥. 한쪽은 비밀이고 한쪽은 진냥.
No.
파죠.
Extra. Oh, I bet he's really extra. Yeah, give it, King. Yes. Ah! He's great at parties, isn't he?
Oh my god. I love it. Stunning.
현장 교직 부장님의 질문을 받는 순서로 진행을 하겠습니다.
What the heck? I feel like I shouldn't be watching that. I'm reaching behind me because I'm petting my dog. She's right here, but you can't see her. She's like right below the frame. So I'm petting her right now. Ah. They're probably really fun to be around. I feel like there would never be a dull moment.
오랜만에 이렇게 보여드리고
This sounds like when me and some other people play video games at like 1 in the morning, and this is what we all sound like when we're all trying to do karaoke on voice chat. Too funny.
아 별로야? 날씨가 너무 좋아. 오, 옆에 분이랑 눈 맞췄어.
I feel like in a different life, they're theater kids. 100%. Like, no doubt about it. I mean, look at those moves. Yes. Definitely.
대부분 저를 보시면은 처음 보시는 분들은 좀 셀 것 같다, 좀 사나워 보인다 하시는 분들이 있는데 제가 보기와 다르게 우리 모아들은 아시다시피 다정하잖아요.
이제 저기서 지구 반대편에 가가지고 뭐 브라질 가가지고 다정이 무슨 뜻이야 하면 최현준이라는 뜻이야.
연준이가 약간 성격인 거지 저게? 친구들을 자기야라고 부르는 게.
편하거나 친해지면은 자기야 약간 이렇게.
형도 그럼 형 나중에
자기야 하지.
연준이의 자기가 될 수 있는 거.
그렇게 시작해서 자기 눈부셔.
아네모이야 여기부터 해가지고 이렇게 해가지고 아네모이야 여기부터
그렇게 시작해서 자기 눈부셔.
아네모이야 여기부터 해가지고 이렇게 해가지고
그랬대요. 뭐 기억이 안 나요. 덕담한 내용이 기억이 아예 안 나.
그래, 좋은 얘기 많이 해줬어.
아 그랬어?
다양한 좋은 얘기를 해준 게 아니라 한 가지 좋은 얘기를 많이 했어. 그 멤버들이 행복했으면 좋겠다.
Oh, Kenny Kai is looking like a diva over here, though. Look at his outfit, man. That outfit is so cool.
지겨웠겠다 애들.
스피딩 하다가 딱 그 행복 얘기 나다가 그만큼 우리를 사랑한다는 거. 우리 연준이가 행복했으면 좋겠어.
Aggressively affectionate is what I would peg this as. Like a dad with his kids.
Yeonjun is known for his charismatic and confident onstage persona, which many assume reflects his offstage personality. And while his onstage presence is fueled by his drive and confidence in his art, behind that bold exterior lies a much softer side that many don't immediately see. In fact, the members often joke that the way Yeonjun and Subin look completely contrast their personalities. Where Subin, who initially seems soft and quiet, is actually strong-minded and self-assured. Whereas Yeonjun, who exudes bold confidence, is surprisingly soft and innocent.
사람들이 나에 대해 오해하고 있는 한 가지가 있다면 보통 저를 처음 보시는 분들은 제가 인상이 좀 세게 생겼나 봐요. 그래서 셀 것 같다, 뭐 네 가지가 없어 보인다. 그렇게 제 첫인상을 말씀하시는 분들이 되게 많은데 알고 보면 되게 바보 같고 순진하고 무서워하는 것도 많고 그런 사람입니다. 네, 오해하지 말아주세요. 엄마.
이거다.
야 멤버들 레고 혹시 하고 싶어요?
아니.
Legos!
싫어요. 오케이. 하고 싶어요, 명규? 아니야. 하고 싶어? 뭐야? 저 레고는 이제 제 겁니다. 저거 타자. 좋아. 타자. 바로 올라가. 이제 저 이거 할래요.
진짜 많다.
하고 싶은 거 다 해요. 나 이거 가질래.
The combination of Yeonjun's sweet personality and comforting words has led Moa to refer to him as Healing, a nickname
So we've
adopted
got-
from the name Yeonjun's mom gives him.
Home, house, healing.
너의 닉네임을 힐링이라고 했던 엄마의 소망이 이루어져 기쁘다. 너는 엄마에게 힐링이 되는 존재이기도 했지만 다른 사람에게도 힐링이 되는 사람이 되길 바랬어.
연준 이런 말 하기 좀 부끄럽지만 슬퍼하지 않는 방법 조언해 주실 수 있나요? 이런 말 하기 좀 부끄럽지만 뭐 부끄러울 게 뭐가 있죠? 그리고 뭐 위버스든 뭐든 저한테 고민 상담하시거나 뭐 저희가 이제 글 쓸 때 뭐 그런 얘기 하시잖아요. 슬프다든지 우울하다든지 이런 얘기 하는데 전혀 거부감 느끼지 말아주세요. 그냥 편하게 얘기해 주셨으면 좋겠고 우선은 전혀 부끄러울 것도 이상한 것도 아닌 정말 너무나도 지극히 자연스러운 현상입니다. 슬플 수 있고요. 제가 SNS에다가 모아분들하고 소통을 하면서 한번 이런 얘기를 한 적이 있는데 저희를 좋아해 주시는 것도 너무 자신을 더 사랑해 줬으면 좋겠다고 말한 적이 있어요. 본인이 얼마나 소중하고 유일한 사람인지 아셨으면 좋겠고 많이 좀 아껴주고 비교하지 않았으면 좋겠어요.
So that concludes the first part. Thank you so much for watching. I should be uploading the very next part very soon after this. It should not be that long unless I run into copyright issues. Go head over and watch that. If it's not up, it should be up in a very little bit. I'm gonna continue reacting to this and just cut off the video right here. Thank you so much for watching.